Hey guys, so today's video is to show you how to root and how to grow grocery store herbs that you buy from the produce section, and make sure to give me a follow on my Instagram page at Garden of Queenie. So here is a bag of thyme that I bought from the grocery store or a farmer's market, wherever you like. I'm taking some of the older pieces and some of the younger pieces and removing about half of the leaves. Okay, excuse my thumb, you will see that it looks crazy in parts of the video. I did hit my thumb really bad and it's slowly growing out, so excuse the way it looks. Okay, but yes, once you have removed the bottom part, or at least half of the bottom part of the leaves, you can put it in a cup or glass of water in a warm lit location, so an area with light and warmth, and they will sprout roots in about, let's say, a week or so. If you don't want to do that and you want to try something different, you could do this in late spring or mid-spring. You can take off the bottom half of leaves and stick them in some soil, water them in, and they will sprout roots by the time spring gets warmer. Okay, but this is not always 100%. So out of maybe 10, you'll probably get 3 to 4. Okay, but this is a picture to show you that they do root when you do them in spring. Okay, but again, you could put them in water like so, and you wait the week or so that it takes for them to start showing roots. You will see little white things sticking out the sides of the stems or sticks, whatever you want to call it, and that is the new root. They grow out from where you remove the leaves, and this is some close-ups so you could see the little root systems that are coming in. So all those little white things, those are the root systems that are coming out of the stems. And as you can see, I've used older pieces and the green pieces, which would be the younger fresher pieces of the thyme plant where this originally came from. So the older pieces, the woody pieces, those would be older, and the greener pieces would be younger. Okay, there are some people that say to use the younger pieces, some people say use the older pieces. I use them both and I have success with both of them. All right, so once I have sprouted roots on my cuttings, I pot them up, and in this video, as you guys could see, I just took the bottom foliage off, the bottom leaves off, put it in water, waited, and potted them up. Okay, this did take about, I want to say, 7 to 10 days. Okay, but you can also do it a different way, which I will also show you in this video. Once the roots have sprouted, you can use some indoor potting soil. If you use outdoor potting soil and it's still cold where you are and you have your plants inside, I suggest you use some boiling water to kill off any fungus gnat larvae, fungus gnats that could be hiding in that soil. Cover the soil with that boiling water, let it sit for a bit, let it cool all the way down, and then use it, because fungus gnats can really destroy the root systems of a lot of plants. Okay, especially cuttings that you just rooted. Okay, they will chew through those cuttings like nobody's business. Another good tip is, when you have successfully sprouted some roots on your cuttings, is to wait a little bit for about 2 to 3 weeks. Let them take more root, let them really get into that soil, and cut the top off, and this will force the plant, the little cutting, to grow out bushier. You can also do this with thyme. Here is an example of some grocery store herbs. This is a multi-pack, comes with sage, comes with rosemary, and also comes with thyme. So I cook with a lot of thyme. I cook with thyme almost every day. Okay, and the same thing I'm doing here, removing the bottom part of the leaves. And one thing I forgot to tell you in the beginning of the video is to cut the end of the stem like this in a 45-degree angle. This will help water get into those stems. Okay, so always cut it in a 45-degree angle like so, and this way you can also check to see if the cutting is still alive. If it's green on the inside, it is perfect and ready to go. So I'm just using a little plastic plate and a seed cells starter. You can use cups if you want to with some soil. That's some coco coir that I have in there. And this is rooting hormone. So this time I'm removing all the bottom leaves and putting it in rooting hormone and sticking it into soil right away. This will root in about 7 to 10 days. You want to keep this in a well-lit area that is warm, okay? And another thing, when this roots, you want to do the same thing, cut the top off and this will force the cutting to grow outside shoots, making it bushy, okay? My rosemary didn't make it this time because of fungus gnats, so I'm going to start that over. But as you guys could see here, the cuttings have gotten really bushy and they have lots of new growth on them. And look at the root system, you guys. Okay, so these are the cuttings that I showed you just a couple of seconds ago. And I cut the middle and that forces the sides to grow out bushy. So here I'm doing a mixture of perlite, coco coir, and a little bit of fertilizer for the new cuttings and potting them up and getting them ready for the spring garden. I still have about, I want to say 6 to 8 weeks before spring. So I'm potting these guys up because I want them to be large and bushy by the time spring comes. And then I have to harden them off and all that good stuff to put them out in the garden. But yeah, I so far got, I believe I got 6 to 8 thyme plants for $1.99. $1.99, you guys. Prices for everything has gone up tremendously, so this saves me a lot of money on buying starter plants. But if you don't want to do this, you could definitely buy starter plants if you like. I just prefer to start my own plants. It saves me a lot more money in the long run, okay? And I also do put sand to top dress my plants. This helps reduce the amount of fungus gnats I have to deal with. I also did the same technique with sage, which you can also get from the grocery store. I cut them down to little pieces like this, put the rooting hormone on them, put them in soil, watered them in, kept them in a warm, well-lit area, and this is how they look now, okay? They're about, I want to say they're about a month old, maybe a month and a half. And I'm putting them also in bigger cups. I believe these are 8 to 10 ounce cups, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but getting them ready for the spring garden. So taking them out of the little cell start trays and putting them into bigger containers so their root systems could get bigger, so they could get bigger and get ready for the garden. You do not need the hormone powder. You can do the water method. Just put it in a warm, well-lit place and they will root within 7 to 10 days, okay? You can also regrow lemongrass. When you get your lemongrass from the store, cut off the part that you usually use and keep the bottom part like this, okay? Once you've cut off the top part, you can put that in the fridge, cut it up, freeze it, whatever you like. And then you're going to peel off just a layer or two off of the bottom stem to reveal like more fresher looking, I guess, leaves or outer parts, okay? You don't want the old stem on there, just so that it looks like this, okay? You don't want to have the old outer layers on there, okay? It's just going to rot in the water. So you're going to put it in about 2 to 3 inches of water, and in about, let's say 5 to 7 days, roots are going to start develop. The leaves are going to start growing out, and it's going to look something like this. Once it looks like this, you could pot it up and you'll have your very own lemongrass bushes. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give this video a thumbs up, comment down below, and make sure to follow me on Instagram on my gardening page. See you guys soon in another video. Bye.